So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speed J-Po 303 channel for another episode of my Moto GP 26 career mode in our second season. And this is episode number 28, and we're racing at Le Mans at the Bugatti circuit in episode number 28 in the Moto GP 26 career mode. If you did miss the previous one, episode number 27, it was at the first Spanish Grand Prix at the circuit de Jerez. Check it out on my live streaming on youtube.com/speedjpo303 and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red bell to your right, and then chat and link and leave a comment, and then bring those thumbs up and then donations to youtube.com/speedjpo303. And then also you can go to twitch.tv/speedjpo303 and follow up to my channel there. And if you want to check my AI Giants videos, you can go to TikTok at SpeedJpo303, Simone Morel, Instagram. Coming soon, it might be on the phone. And then also DeviantArt at SpeedJpo3. We're still unbeaten here for the VR 46 team. On a roll so far, and beating the doctor in a very happy camper. But it would be greater enough if we can win here at Le Mans once again like we did last season and have a better performance than we had last season. It should be able to be a very good bike race and a good performance, and I hope it will be less aggressive than it was last season, but let's keep our fingers crossed for that. But here we are in episode number 28, and I'm Moto GP 26 career mode. Let's take a look at if any others have qualified for number 2, the Tech 3 and the KTM. Brad Binder and Maverick Canellis have qualified, and Franco Morbidelli also made it, but he's doing a good job out there. He's in P3 right now, but let's see what happens. I'm going to check out my sound system because my sound system wasn't working yesterday. I don't know what happened to it. I hope this is not going away. Yeah, it still works. Yeah, it wasn't working during the Formula 1 race. It looks to me that looks like I loosened it up a little bit. But it is working fine and beautifully. Well, that saved me cash right there. I thought for a moment I was going to get a new headset on there, but I have to have this thing all the way, because otherwise then it won't make any sound or anything else. Okay, bike racing at its best here at Le Mans at the Bugatti circuit.
The mechanics take the bike out of the pit and the rider is ready to get on the bike.
Well, we made some adjustments on this bike during the first testing at Jerez. The bike should be able to slightly go a little bit more quickly. And they did change that Le Mans logo. Now it looks like the French logo, like it was at the 24 hours of Le Mans. And they did make some sport updates on the going under heavy braking going into the new Goodyear curve. Yeah, that side over there is the Circuit de la Start section. This is the Bugatti section. There's also talks about Formula 1 racing here at the Bugatti circuit in the future. And they can run so fast over here if they bring Formula 1 to the first Grand Prix. was so close. But it was too slow out there. Well, let's just go into the garage and try to regroup.
The rider is returning to his pit, where he will study the next move with his team.
I just cut off a little bit too much there, so we're going to bring it back in and just regroup and try it again. Right now we're down. We're still the fastest, but we need to get up there.
There's movement in the pits. The bike is ready, and the rider is about to take to the track.
33. We really want a minute 33. We really wanted a minute 32 here. We get a minute 32, we're going to be able to be quicker. Right now it's a minute 33 for Marc Marquez. That's what we need. It's a minute 34. It's not going to do it. Just hit the brakes a little bit too hard. I'm trying to get quicker, but it looks like I got braking too much. That humpy corner is tough. It's tough to brake over there, but if you put too much on it, that's what happens. Up into P6. Lap right there. A minute and 32.566.
We're moving on to the pit entrance, where the rider seems to have something to discuss with his engineer.
The third lap at the Le Mans in the French Grand Prix. Beautifully done. We barely got it without even hitting Pedro Acosta. I bet Pedro Acosta is excited for next season with the brand new bikes, as he'll be riding with Ducati with Marc Marquez. Man, that was beautiful. Look at this, seven car lengths faster than Marc Marquez. And Franco Morbidelli is still holding on into third place. I think that's most certainly a pole position. It most certainly is. I think we're going to just stay in, see how everybody else does. It looks like...
Let's take a look at the final ranking of the second Moto GP qualifying session.
Pole position.
That's the end of our transmission. We look forward to seeing you for the race.
So we knock it out here at Le Mans, and we're on the pole for the French Grand Prix. Giattino in second place, the most surprising season for the Honda Castrol. And then Pedro Acosta in third place in the KTM. And there you see the Ducati Lenovo is fourth and fifth. But we're thinking about what racer for brilliant because Jorge Martin is still leading the point standings in real life. And we don't see Raul Fernandez on the top of the chart because he was the most recent winner at the British Grand Prix. But he's not in the top 12, but he's in back of the field. So it will be myself, Giattino, and Acosta in the top three. And then you see Franco Morbidelli. He did a good job. He'll be in row two on the outside of row two. Right next to the two Ducatis of Besetti and Marquez.
Greetings from the French circuit of Le Mans. We're just a few minutes away from the start of the warm-up. Yesterday we saw some riders struggling. This could be their last chance to make a winning change to the bike setup. The sun is shining and weather reports guarantee clear weather for the rest of the day.
Okay, let's take the 2-lap warm-up to get ready for the 27 lap of French Grand Prix at Le Mans.
The mechanics take the bike out of the pit and the rider is ready to get on the bike.
Nice warm-up there for the
We return
last
with
two
the
laps.
images from the pit lane where the rider is returning to his pit.
We're going to need to dig down a little bit harder here at the French Grand Prix if we want to have a great start from it. We keep it on maybe early minute 33s or minute 32s, we should be fine. We got a good bike and we're getting in good shape.
Here is the
And that was
final
a good
ranking
lap.
of this warm-up session. So all we can say is goodbye and see you in a few hours to start the official race.
Remember, Fabio Quartararo and Johan Zarco are the homecoming heroes here at the French Grand Prix. It was such an emotional one when Zarco won it here last year, and he did such a great job. And this one and only big win at the French Grand Prix was home. With the Honda LCR team. And there's the teammate Aladura in 11th place. Could be a very good bike race. Let's see if we can try to catch our 1-2 finish for the DR46 Bugatti team. We're ready. The French country is ready, and we're ready to pounce it out at the historic Mans Bugatti circuit.
Greetings to all motorcycle racing fans from France. We're reporting from Le Mans, a circuit steeped in racing history. Just a few more moments and the images will take us to the starting straight for the Moto GP class race.
All right, all the French fans are piled and then the seats are filled here at Le Mans. It ought to be a very good bike race here. So we'll take you up into the cart and some festivities here at the historic Le Mans Bugatti circuit.
Let's move straight to the starting grid. There's very little time left until the start of the race. You can literally feel the tension. The sun is shining, but the temperatures are low today. Many riders have braved a soft rear tyre, but given the layout of the track, they've opted for a hard front tyre.
So Ciacchino and this Pico Acosta, great starting spot at P3. And then our teammate Franco Morbidelli, he did an impressive job with the VR46. He's starting in P6, and we are in the pole position. So we should be able to go with medium and soft tires. The temperature is 84 degrees, and I think it's good for the mediums. So we'll put a medium and soft tire instead. And then the starting grid, everybody's going to go with medium and soft tires. Acosta's going to gamble with both soft tires, and so is our teammate Franco Morbidelli. And Brad Bender as well. Alligator and Marquez are going with both softs. And I think we're better just to go with medium and soft tires. And they're on there. Let's see how it will play out here at Le Mans. And the weather is cooler, the track temperature is cooler. Ought to be a very good race here at the French Grand Prix for episode number 28. Let's get ready to roll. Here, can we make it 5-0 and try to stay unbeaten at 28-0? See what happens. Let's get ready for the French Grand Prix. 27 laps.
It's the French Grand Prix. The riders are all lined up on the grid. In a few moments, the lights will go out and Le Mans will begin.
All right, we know the 5 red lights are going to be coming out. And we're underway here at Le Mans. little bit too much braking there. That was coming up in the Musty corner. The Say corner. Oh, man. I'm not going to try that again. One fallout so far. That was by myself. That was I think it was Al Altura. And we closed the gap again on Chris Giuseppe. job, and a little bit of a bump there from Pedro Acosta. Now we move up into second. That is our second ball of the race. got too close to his tires. I just got too aggressive in the Giacchino right there. We both fell down. Oh, man. I was having such a kind of a break. And then suddenly I took the Giacchino down. I just got too close. I touched his tire. Perfect right now, so not falling down by myself. It looks like the me and Giacchino just such wheels. Oh, he's going to take the lead now after that one. He's still there. until we had it perfect. We almost had it perfect, but we touched wheels with DNL. We got into the grass. The bike wiggled, but still managed to hold as he closed in. Might be an heroic finish here at Le Mans. Final 2 corners. And we did it. We're going to hold on. Look how close this finish is going to be. We're going to hold it off. We win the French Grand Prix. What an exciting
This long race weekend also comes to a close with the end of the Moto GP race. All we can do is to see the race ranking together. See you in a moment for the podium ceremony.
Keep the streak at 8:28-0. Oh, what an amazing bike race that was. And we beat out the two Ducati 11-0 teams. That's a huge upset. An amazing job at the French Grand Prix. Only had 1 fallout in the race, but we didn't have any fallouts by our own. So this is like a no fallout race on our own. And what an impressive job by the DR 46 team. And a good job from Morbidelli moving up into P7 after Pecco Bagnaia fell out of his bike and then ruined it all. And now finishing the top 10. Good comeback by Jorge Martin. The Martinator finishes in P9. And a struggling day for the hometown heroes. 11th and 13th. Not a good performance at all for Fabio or Johan Zarco. Oh, amazing job. And look at that, beating out the 2 Ducati bikes. Was a hell of a performance, but we passed Giattino. Remember, Giattino fell down on lap 17. That was a tough race for him. French Grand Prix and a close finish like that for us. We are now 6-0 here in our second season of our Moto GP 26 career mode. Impressive win, but just barely got there. It was 28-0 and now we're 6-0 right now with the DR 46 Rossi team. Great finish for Rossi, finishing in third place, finishing in second, and then Marc Marquez gets the third. Good run for the Bugatti. Tough race for Pecco Bagnaia. He could have had a good finish. And the P57 from Morbidelli. Oh, what a nice job. Beating out the two Ducati Lenovo teams, so it's all Ducati, 1, 2, 3. With the DR46 and then the two Ducati Lenovo's, and then that increases our lead. Now we have a two-way tie for second and third. Diego Beretta is still in second place, but Marco Bassetti is coming. He is in P4 right now, and Marc Marquez is in fifth. Diego Beretta still is in second place, tied with Luca Marini. And Fabio Giattino had another fall, and he drops down one position to P8. Picasso also drops, and then Sosa Pecco also drops to P6. So we're still leading in the team championship by about 75 points over the Ducati Lenovo team. And then Castro Honda in third place, Aprilia Racing and Gresini Racing now rounds up the top 5. And then the Constructors Championship, we're still staying perfect with 6-0 with 150 points, 65 over Aprilia. What a great job we have done here at the French Grand Prix, 28-0 barely. And we're on a roll with VR46. Let's celebrate our win at Le Mans.
We're back from Parc Fermé with the winner, who gave us a perfect race today. In addition to the victory, this young man scored points which are very important for the world ranking.
I could have waited. Just got a little bit too aggressive there. Last 16 trying to get around him, but we slowly moved up and forward. And then throughout the race, the bike kept getting better, and the tires kept getting better, and then we got victorious.
Here we are live for the closing ceremony of the Grand Prix. The three riders on the podium right now gave us a great race. Now they can enjoy the adulation of the crowd.
All right, here's a spray the champagne. Kind of a big upset right there with the VR46 and then beating out the two Ducati Lenovo. So a nice performance at the French Grand Prix, only in one fallout, and this was a better performance in Season 2 than it was in Season 1. And now we're going to go to rider customizations, and well, we'll go to that after we sign off here. Take a look at the overall standings in Moto 2. Daniel Hogado is also having a near-perfect season. He's already won 5 of the last 6 races and still leads 63 over Daniel Munoz. Adrian Fernandez drops to third, Alonso fourth, David Alonso fourth, and then Cesar Vietti rounds up the top 5. And then in the Teams Championship, it still continues to close. The Moto Aspar team is in second place over the VDS Racing, Red Fantasy Racing third, Red Bull KTM fourth, and the Premac Yamaha rounds up the top 5. In Moto 3, Alfa Carpi leading 51 over Marco Morelli. And David Almanza is in third. Valentin Perron in fourth, and David Munoz rounds up the top 5. And then the Teams Championship Code Motorsports has a commanding lead now over Red Bull KTM HO with 106 points ahead, 207 points already in the last 6 races. Dynavolt Intact Racing Team is in third place with 100 points, 107. CF Moto Aspar drops to 4th, and Red Bull KTM in the top 5 in Moto 3. Well, what a wonderful job that we've done here at the French Grand Prix at Le Mans. Can we have the same results in the next race in episode number 29? And did it perfectly. This was the race that we had a perfect one in our Formula One track at the Spanish Grand Prix, the second one of the season. But it's going to be in the city of Barcelona, the Barcelona de Catalunya Spanish Grand Prix. We'll have that too on Thursday. Actually on Friday, so we can finish out the Formula One season one with the Qatar and Abu Dhabi. So that will do it for our Moto GP coverage. We'd like to thank you so much for watching on the Speed J-Boat 303 channel. Amazing race it was at the French Grand Prix. Very competitive, very close to action. We will do it again in the next one when we go to the Barcelona. Can we keep the streak alive and make it up to 29 and 7-0 with the Rossi Racing Team? So long for now then. We'll see you tomorrow for Formula One action at the Qatar Grand Prix for episode number 23. Let's see how we can do there and have a better qualifying there. We are going to face a grid penalty, so that way we'll start two back in the field. But it's good that we do this for that race and the next one after that. So long for now then. See you into the next one. Until then, great bike racing at the French Grand Prix and on a roll again with VR 46.